Introduction: Why this book exists. Over the last several years, accessory dwelling units, or ADUs, have become one of the fastest growing housing opportunities in California. Backyards across the state are being transformed into small homes that can generate rental income, house family members, or create long-term financial opportunity. In many neighborhoods, properties that once had only a single home now have two, and in some cases, even three. For homeowners, ADUs represent something powerful. They offer flexibility, they offer additional housing, and they offer the potential to significantly increase the value and financial performance of a property. But despite all the excitement around ADUs, many homeowners still struggle with one important challenge. They don't know where to start. Some homeowners begin by browsing floor plans online. Others call a contractor. Some start researching permits. And many jump straight into design without fully understanding the process. Unfortunately, starting this way can lead to expensive mistakes, because building an ADU isn't just a construction project, it's a complex development process that involves planning, regulations, budgeting, design, and project management. When these pieces are not approached in the right order, projects often run into problems. Budgets grow beyond expectations, permits take longer than anticipated, construction becomes stressful, and homeowners feel like they've lost control of their own project. But it doesn't have to be that way. With the right approach, building an ADU can be an organized, manageable process. One where you understand the steps ahead of time. One where decisions are made strategically, and one where the project moves forward with clarity and confidence. That's why this audiobook exists. My goal is to guide you through the ADU process step by step, not just from the perspective of construction, but from the perspective of project leadership. Because successful projects don't happen by accident. They happen when someone understands the entire process and helps guide it from beginning to end. Over the past 20 years, I've spent my career managing construction projects and training others how to manage projects of all kinds. During that time, I've seen what works and what causes projects to go off track. One thing I've learned is that most construction problems don't start during construction. They start much earlier during planning. When planning is rushed or incomplete, the rest of the project becomes more difficult. But when planning is done carefully, the entire process becomes smoother. This guide was created to help you approach ADU projects the right way. Throughout this series, we'll walk through every major step involved in building an ADU. We'll cover topics such as understanding what an ADU is, evaluating your property, estimating project cost, navigating permits, hiring the right team, managing construction, and completing your project successfully. By the time you reach the end of this audiobook, you should have a clear understanding of how the ADU process works and how to approach it with confidence. And whether you ultimately decide to build an ADU or not, the goal is that you'll walk away with something even more valuable: clarity. Because the more clearly you understand a project, the better decisions you make along the way. So in the next chapter, we'll begin with the foundation of everything that follows: understanding exactly what an ADU is and how it works. If you're considering building an ADU and want to explore what might be possible on your property, you can find additional resources and planning tools at strategicadu.com.